Hello, Commanders fans! Today we have some hot news that you can't miss, so get ready because there's a lot of important information coming. Before we start, we'd like to take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and stay up to date with all the news about our Washington Commanders. Don't forget to leave a like, which really strengthens our community and helps bring this content to the most passionate fans of the team. Now, without further ado, let's get straight to today's news. NFL insiders can't stop talking about Trey Hendrickson and the Commanders. The rumors persist, but is there any substance to them? You don't have to look far in the media to find speculation linking the Washington Commanders to another blockbuster trade for Trey Hendrickson. The rumors are swirling, but no one knows if they have any basis. Hendrickson has made his feelings clear. The All-Pro defensive end feels let down by the Cincinnati Bengals. He went on a media rampage this week, claiming there's no chance he'll play in 2025 without a new contract. Communication has been cut off on both sides, leading some to question whether it's the right time to seriously consider a trade. The Commanders are desperately short on consistent explosive edge rushers. Adam Peters seems content with the options available, but that's not a view shared by most fans. Acquiring Hendrickson won't be cheap, and Washington doesn't have a lot of assets, but he would undoubtedly be a game-changer. The Commanders are being linked to a Trey Hendrickson. Trade Sportsnaut's Andrew Buller-Russ is another who believes the Commanders should make a big move on Hendrickson. The analyst believes his production and star power could be enough for Dan Quinn to avoid his sophomore slump and help Joe Witt Jr.'s defense take off in 2025, to boot. While they were able to create pressure last year, success often doesn't carry over into the following season without a solid star leading the way. Trey Hendrickson could be that presence in Washington, ensuring the Commanders' defense takes another step forward in 2025. Andrew Buller-Russ, it's hard to argue with that. Hendrickson has 35 sacks over the past 2 seasons. He's a respected leader in the locker room and leaves it all on the field. He's a huge improvement over Washington's pass-rushing options and a terrific fit in the locker room. It's not quite that simple. Hendrickson remains under contract through next season. The Bengals could resist his offers and sit him out for the season. They could also give in to his demands and give the 4-time Pro Bowler the extension his performance deserves. If this fractured relationship deteriorates further, Cincinnati could consider trade offers. Extracting maximum value from an elite player could be something to consider, though it would further deplete an already vulnerable defense. There's no way to say for sure, but the stakes are high. The brass could check it out. Whether it leads to anything more remains to be seen, but the odds remain highly unlikely. There's only so many big-ticket trades a team can make. After striking deals with Marshawn Lattimore, Deebo Samuel Sr. is now in the running. Commanders trade rumor links Ravens' Rashad Bateman to Jayden Daniels' window. Washington has prepared, with Deebo Samuel joining Terry McLaurin as Jayden Daniels' primary receiver. Do the Commanders need another move? The Washington Commanders are clearly in let's go mode. Do they need to go get another weapon for Jayden Daniels? And these past few months of offseason have shown that the Commanders are putting that strategy into action. They've been aggressive in trading for Deebo Samuel, a strong number 2 receiver, and Laramie Tunsil, a key addition to the line. That's how you prepare, with Deebo joining Terry McLaurin as Jayden's primary receiver weapon. But ideally, Washington wants the infrastructure around this quarterback to be as strong as possible. And now that we know the Baltimore Ravens are in talks to negotiate offers from the Dallas Cowboys for wide receiver Rashad Bateman, Bateman is a name that has been linked to rumors of a Commanders team that would love to return to this year's NFC Championship game. McLaurin and Deebo, Strong, Michael Gallup, Noah Brown, and Luke McCaffrey? Maybe. A case could be made that Noah Brown and Luke McCaffrey are good enough names to keep an eye on before training camp. At the same time, the Jayden window, the 4-year or less period during which he'll play like a Pro Bowler on a cheap contract, should be explored. Baitman threw for 756 yards and scored 9 touchdowns last season. We don't know why the Ravens are willing to move on, but Baitman has proven he can produce in an elite offense. And if he goes to Washington, that offense will be even more elite. Commanders float shocking trade idea for All-Pro WR. The Washington Commanders have already made a splashy trade to improve their wide receiver cap space this offseason. That hasn't stopped one NFL analyst from boldly stating that Adam Peters is set to make another significant move to the roster before Week 1. Washington is poised to pull off something special. Their 2024 renaissance has been extraordinary. They've captured the imagination of fans across the country and galvanized a once-suppressed fan base into euphoria and beyond. It's been incredibly positive, but matching those accomplishments next season is more challenging. The Commanders have put the pieces in place. Peters has been more aggressive, making instant win plays to keep the momentum going. There's also the small matter of maxing out quarterback Jaden Daniels' rookie contract before it becomes too expensive to keep the starter. Commanders inexplicably linked to blockbuster trade for Tyreek Hill, while the Commanders secured Deebo Samuel Sr.'s services via a trade with the San Francisco 49ers this offseason. Clutch Points Douglas Fritz believes Washington should try to lure Tyreek Hill from the Miami Dolphins if they decide not to sign All-Pro defensive end Trey Hendrickson, something he believes could be enough to get them through the crunch. Tyreek Hill would provide exactly what the Commanders need, and what opposing defenses don't want to see. Hill's willingness to be traded could be determined by which way the wind is blowing on any given day, but the Commanders need to make a push if they can't land Trey Hendrickson. The Commanders are solid at wide receiver with Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel, Noah Brown, and Michael Gallup. But adding a third element like Hill to McLaurin and Samuel could put Washington over the top. Douglas Fritz Hill is an exceptional and electrifying player. However, it's hard to see why he would even remotely consider this. The Commanders have a decent group of receivers. 2 of them, Terry McLaurin and Samuel, are worth a fortune. Adding another high-priced pass catcher to the roster doesn't seem feasible, especially considering the draft fees it would cost to acquire someone like Hill. There are also major concerns about Hill's character. He doesn't seem to fit in well with Washington's new cultural shift under coach Dan Quinn. His playmaking ability is unquestionable, but it just doesn't make sense from the Commanders' perspective. Hendrickson is a different story. He's an elite player at a position of need. If the Commanders have a chance to acquire the edge rusher, they should seriously consider it. As for Hill, that's unacceptable, or at least it should be.